Platinum X here again with Stranded Deep. Now I just established camp on this island. This is my sixth island, and I already ran around. It's a small island, so I gathered all the established camp, and then gathered all the rocks and sticks, and haven't done any actual harvesting yet. Just picked up all the stuff laying around the island. I cut down some of the small trees to gather sticks. You can see the pile of sticks right there next to the meat smoker. Killed the two large crabs and cooked the meat. So that camp is established. Now, if you notice here, my raft. This is my preferred raft. I've got my spears, potions. That's not rocks. That's actually stinking shark. Um, that's like my survival kit, like bandages, splints, food, water. I just haven't labeled it yet. And then I've got the new camp starting kit. What that consists of are the things to make sticks for your campfire, shelter, and water still. So rocks, cloth, bindings, sticks, like all the stuff needed to establish those three structures or buildings, which is what I consider establishing camp. Shelter, and not just a campfire, but I always make a meat smoker because smoked meat does not spoil, and a water still. So the new camp setup, one of them is just rocks and sticks, and then the other one's got all the other stuff like cloth, bindings, coconut flasks for the water still. So now I'm heading on to the next island over here to establish camp on that. And what I'm going to do is, again, you can see this is my preferred raft. I've got my, six containers that have the things that are needed, like always needed. And then the canopy to keep me safe from the sun, a little bit of walking room, and my sail. Now those two tires I keep forgetting them to cut them off. I'm just moving them from an island to my home island. I just keep forgetting to knock it off there. So it's just an easy way to transport it. That's really not part of my raft, or not supposed to be. So anyway, you noticed how I was holding on to the rudder and was still able to get to my anchor, to raise my anchor, drop anchor before even letting go of the rudder. And then I can either raise or lower the sail once the anchor is dropped. And what I'm doing right now is resting. There is a trophy for not sleeping on land for 10 consecutive days. I'm hoping this pops the trophy because I'm getting really close to it. And no. So still haven't got that trophy. So I'm getting real close to that trophy. So once again, grab a hold of the rudder before... Oh, wait a minute. Time out. Raise the sail. Then grab the rudder. Then raise anchor. And we're on the outer ring here. So your starting island is always in the center of the map, surrounded by, 8 islands? And then there is another ring of islands on the surrounding those. It's 5 across and 5 down, so 25. It's a 25 sector grid. And there's only 4 sections that are not islands, and that's because there's 3 sea monsters and the aircraft carrier, which the aircraft carrier, trying to see what type of shark that is. The aircraft carrier is the ending location where you find an aircraft. You defeat the 3 sea monsters to get the parts to repair the aircraft on the aircraft carrier, and then get back to civilization. Or, well, that's the idea, anyway. So, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I've been to that island. That's the wrong island. That's the island I'm supposed to be headed to right there. I can tell I've been to that island because you don't see any palm trees. I've cut down all the palm trees. So when I get to that island, what I'm going to do is when I establish camp, that's the new camp setup. So I don't have to go running around to get the materials to establish camp. I've got everything I need right there to set up a shelter, a water still, and a meat smoker. All right. Ooh, what kind of shark do we have? Come on. Where are you? Yep, already. Yeah, so there's no more islands out there. That's just open water. There's the aircraft carrier out there. Which, it's cool that, like, I can actually use that as a landmark to find my starting island. My starting island's like on the other side of that one. So, I mean, you can see the palm trees from here. So that's how I knew I had already been to that island, again, because I didn't see any palm trees. Now, once I establish camp here, I'm going to go ahead and exit to main menu just to show you the cartographer. From the main menu, you can look at the cartographer, which shows you the grid you're currently playing on. And the island you're currently on will be highlighted in red. So I pretty much know where I'm at, unless I've kind of got, you know, turned around some way, but I pretty much know where I'm at. I know I haven't been to this island anyway. Days survived 148. And poison. Alright, so that's the island I just came from. That is an island I've been to. So I'm going to point my... Let me pick up some of this crap. I'm going to point my shelter at that island. It kind of helps me navigate since there's a trophy to go for not using a compass the entire playthrough. So not using a compass, I use my shelters kind of like pointing me back towards my starting island. Okay, so shelter. Alright, so I basically need 3 rocks for the camp, not for the fire, but the fire pit, which is necessary for the meat smoker, and then 3 rocks for the water still. I need 3 rocks for the shelter. Or not rocks, but sticks. 3 rocks for this. I said, did it again. 3 sticks for the shelter. 4 sticks for the campfire. I don't think. No sticks for the water still. And 3 more sticks for the meat smoker. There we go. So as you can see, I got a couple. I got a little, you know, not much extra, but I just went ahead and put full stacks instead of the exact number needed. So I need, I think, 2 bindings, 1 palm bunch, which this is an easy way to transfer fronds. Each bunch breaks into 5 fronds, which 5 fronds is what's needed for a camp. 4 for the shelter and 1 for the water still. So it's much serious. So that's a much better way to transport them because it would take 2 stacks of fronds. Only 4 fronds will fit in a stack, and you need 5 of them. So you'd wind up with 2 stacks to have enough fronds rather than just transporting those bunches. Let me see where I want to put my campfire. We'll put the campfire over here. And then put the little fire pit. Okay, now let's get back over here. And where, oh, I needed to get the fronds. So 1 palm bunch breaks into 5 fronds. Four of them for the shelter. We're going to point our shelter at that island right there. We'll move on down here. So 2 lashings, 1 for the water still, 1 for the meat smoker. 2 claws, 1 for the water still, 1 for the meat smoker. And then the coconut flask. That's the only other thing I need to grab is the coconut flask. Oh, 2 cloths, coconut flask. And notice how I've got a stack of leaves. Always travel with a stack of leaves. And the water still, where are we going to put the water still? Right here is good. Meat smoker. I always put up a meat smoker because smoked meat does not spoil. I thought I put 2 lashings. Did I not grab 2 lashings? I thought I grabbed 2 lashings. I did. I guess I needed 3 lashings. Yeah, 1 for the shelter, 1 for the water still, and 1 for the meat smoker. So I did need 3 lashings. But as you can see, everything I needed was in those 2 containers. I did not need to loot anything on the island. And now this is an island that has wildlife. So there's a boar running around here, and those boars are hostile and can be very dangerous, especially when you're in my condition right now. So that's something else that I have. I've got food and water on my raft. Now, one thing about when you make coconut flask, keep in mind it has 1 dose of water or coconut milk. It's coconut milk, so make sure you don't drink too much of it too quick, or it will make you sick. I probably should not have done all of that at once, but it is what it is. Alright, so we've got another camp established. And once again, I have not looted anything off it. Well, except for the like few little things that was laying right here. A few rocks were laying here. So every island has 2 claws. Notice how we use 2 claws, one for the meat smoker and one for the water still. Every island should have. Most often does. The last island I only found 1. So I'm sure the second one is there, but I couldn't find it, or at least after a couple of passes around the island I didn't find it. But every island should have 2 claws. And sometimes they're out here, like you gotta go through the water to get out. Sometimes they'll be on these very outskirts. They shouldn't be that far out. There's one right there. And a lot of times they're really close together. And there's the other one. See what I mean? Both of them right there together. This makes my, I think, 7th island. Dude, I have still not seen, they must have took tiger sharks out. I have not seen not a single tiger shark this entire playthrough. Tiger sharks are always the easiest to kill, and usually the first ones I run into on the starting island. Now at 1500 is when you stop taking sun damage. So I should have enough SPF to not have to worry about it now. Alright, so I found both cloths. Now it's just running around collecting sticks. And there's the boar right there. And there should be a couple of big crabs and snakes. There's snakes on these big islands with the rocks in the middle. And snakes will poison you. So one of the first things I like to do, that was a stinking crab, is get the yucca plants. Because they drop 6 leaves. And that way it starts the clock on getting them replenished. They replenish every 3 days. And this one is partly swallowed by the rocks. So I was only able to recover 4 leaves from that one. Sometimes you can't even see. You'll find 2 yucca trees, and there's always a third one, but sometimes it's swallowed up by the rocks. As that one, there was another island where I could only get 2 of the leaves. Don't tell me. The other one is completely swallowed. Unbelievable. Wow, now that's some crap right there. There's that stinking boar. Yeah, that's some horse shit right there, man. One completely swallowed by the rocks and one partially covered by the rocks. Well, I don't exactly need to worry about it, to be honest with you. I've got plenty of leaves. Oh, there's a snake. Got plenty of leaves. Don't need to worry about it. Oop, there's one of the crabs. And there's the other crab. So what I'm going to do is I like to go ahead and kill these crabs because they're easy to kill. Come up behind them, they start running from you. It's usually better to use one of your spears on them. You can't throw a spear at them. Their hard shell will break the spear. But you can use your spear to jab them as they're running from you. That way you're not depleting your axe. So again, this is part of like establishing camp. Oh, there's the damn snake. Get away from me. Is getting some food cooking. Now, I'm going for the trophy to go 10 consecutive days without eating meat.
Gross.
Along with the 10 consecutive days not sleeping on land. And there's another trophy for 10 consecutive days not eating fish. I already have that one. I wasn't going for it. There's the other snake, so there's two snakes. I wasn't going for it, it just kind of happened. I was like, oh, okay. And again, this being a meat smoker, once the meat is smoked, it will not spoil. That way I can just leave it here in case I just happen to be in a bad way, needing food, sailing by, wind up on this island, and boom, I'll have water and food already here if for whatever reason I just happen to be passing by and in need to stop. Grab another one of them coconut flasks. That way I can start healing. Now I'm healthy. To be healthy, you have to be in the last 2 bars of both food and water, which is the 6th and 7th bar. So you have to be in those 6 and 7, or you have to be above 5, let's put it that way. You have to have more than 5 bars of both food and water in order to be healthy, and that is in order for your life to heal. I replenish my cloths. Now I can replenish some rocks and sticks. I didn't loot enough sticks to replenish all my sticks yet, and I don't need those rocks. So I had 2 stacks of rocks and 3 stacks of sticks. I'm just going to go ahead and sleep while that's cooking. Come on, trophy. Still no trophy, man. What the hell? I've got to be close, man. Fire burned out. Now you can use leaves for firewood as well. However, it does not. It takes a lot more leaves than it does sticks. I really don't need to keep using these tools to cut the leaves because now that my crafting is maxed out, I can repair my axes, so I really don't have to worry. I've gone over before and using the plank station to repair your axes. So I really don't need to be conserving my axe durability anymore. But that's what I was using the stone tools to cut the leaves, because using the axe is kind of like overkill. It just depletes your axe unnecessarily. But again, now that I've got my crafting maxed out and can repair my axes, actually I think you can even do it at level 6. You'll just lose like a stick. Like you won't get everything back, but I think you will at level 6 still get the axe back. So even at level 6 crafting, you should be able to repair your axes by making a plank station and then destroying it. Is that potatoes? Potatoes. Watch out for the stinking boar. That's the big one down there. There's a little one right here. Oh, there's the big one behind me. That must have been a little one over here. Yep, that was a little one. It's a hog. I think it's a hog. I think the boars are the little ones. The hog is the big one. The hog is the one that is brutal. Of course, there's my raptor to go get my spears and kill the thing. They survived 149. I was mainly just wanting to replenish my sticks. Alright, rocks and sticks replenished. And to replenish my lashings, it's going to take a lot of leaves. You notice, again, I always travel with a full stack of leaves, plus I've got more leaves than I know what to do with. I don't really need to replenish my coconut flasks. I only need one. I only need one of these, so I've got plenty of those. But I actually do have plenty of lashings. Oh, I left them on the previous island. They're over there. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was another stick. not eating any meat. I'm going to go ahead and leave this island. I was mainly just wanting to set up camp. Back up there. This thing pointed in the right direction. Yeah, I've got a pretty big farm. I can't stay away too long. I did leave stuff on this island over there, though I probably should go. Well, I'm going to be going back to that island. That's my next island that I'm going to farm. I was just setting up camp on that island. I was hoping the trophy would pop, but it didn't pop. I could go establish camp on that island over there. Oop, nope. Things on that island. All my containers. Which I'm gonna go back to my. I'm gonna go back home before going back to that island. Water my garden. Alright, what kind of shark we got? Where are you, big boy? Come on. Where are you? Come on, show yourself. You can usually see the silhouette of the shark from up here, but I still haven't. Where is he? Come on. Come on. Where are you? Oh well. And is that my island? I believe that's my island. Yep, I can see my structure. So when you actually build like tall structures, like I've built a 2-story, actually it's almost like a 3-story because the foundation itself is like high up, where you got to have stairs just to get to the first floor, and then it's got a second floor. So really it's like a 3-story building, and you can see it right there on the back side, on the left side of the island. You can see that structure. That's why when I get enough clay to finish my boathouse, I'll be able to spot that thing from like far off. False alarm. Thought I heard the shark music, but I guess it was a false alarm. Again, I know I've been to that island because you can't see any palm trees. They're all cut down. So I completely harvested and scavenged 5 islands. Like, I mean, I cut down every palm tree. I got the clay out of the water. Yep. So now it's becoming more clear. You can see the roof more clearly. But my dock is on this side. It's more of a dock and a pier right now than it is a boathouse, but I think I'm going to knock that tower down and build the tower in the water. This game is still like buggy as crap. It's always been bugged when it comes to ladders. You climb up that tower, and sometimes you might be able to get the ladder and climb down. But most of the time, it's bugged where you can't, like, it doesn't really give you the prompt to, hold the button down, or I think it's like hold square down to climb down the ladder or climb up the ladder. But it doesn't even prompt you for it. And you wind up falling out and breaking your leg, and that's why you need a splint. But if I build that tower in the water, then I can just fall out. Oh, come on. Alright, don't let me forget to knock those tires off the end of my raft this time. See how the farm is doing. It'd be nice if it rained. Yeah, it'd be real nice if it would rain. We got potatoes here. I got a whole thing I need to... Might as well go ahead and pick them. That way the counter is started. These fruits, 3 food, 1 water. Where'd the other one go? Now, I've been able to get all 6 every time from this thing. It's just a matter of finding where it is. But you see how it's mostly swallowed by the bush? There it is. But I've still been able to get all 6. Once you do that, it at least starts the counter on them being replenished, whether you pick them up or not. You can pick them up later or pick them up now, however, you know. But that's why I went ahead and knocked them off, knocked the leaves off. That way the counter started, and they'll be replenished in 3 days. Alright, this thing finally destroyed. Now this is still letting me pick this up, even though the farm itself is destroyed. Because I do not need this thing. Oh, I can't destroy. Can't. Oh man, come on. Are you serious? Can I get rid of this plot? Wonder if I can plant something else in it. Plant potatoes. I can plant something else in it. I think they updated that too. It doesn't really make sense that the crop was still good. It was laying on the ground. Now potatoes, it might have been spoiled if it was potatoes. I don't know. They made updates to this game, and since last time I played, some of them are kind of weird. What am I looking for? Water. Where's my water? So you have to plant that plant for the trophy, but it is not used for anything, is why I let it dry up. I wasn't going to keep watering something just for looks. Alright, now it's getting dark. I can rest again. Hopefully the trophy will pop this time. So I'm still, I was gonna stop this. Like, you don't really need to watch me do this. You're probably not watching me. I'm talking to myself. But anyway, if you are watching, the whole point is just to show you the maintenance that a farm requires. You can't stay away too long or it will, you know, dry up. You got to keep it watered. And then you got to make sure you have lots of water stills and that you have plenty of leaves to always have water. Alright, look at there, just enough. Yes, very time consuming, a lot of maintenance. So I've got a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 water stills. So I have, I'm going to eat that other fruit. Get me a jug for that pool. I should hurry up. Alright, I'll come back for that. Let me go ahead and kill the fire so I'm about to rest. Hopefully the trophy will pop this time. Should have left that canister over there. There it is, Seafarer, finally. Haven't slept on land for 10 consecutive days. Well, I really didn't need to do that. All right. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Stay alive.